Hi everyone, so I'm here with Tiffany Magnussen, who's one of our silver leaders in doTERRA. And Tiffany is an absolute genius when it comes to networking and socializing, and we had a really great experience recently, and I hope that will help some other people in their business. So it's really common in doTERRA when you get to sort of elite, premier, maybe even silver, where you feel like your network is running out, like everybody's enrolled in doTERRA, or the people who haven't yet are just taking a long time, and you're like, where can I meet and find new people to grow my business? So we'll often say, well, go to meetup.com and meet some new people and grow your network that way. But what is meetup? What does it mean? How do you actually meet people? One of the questions I asked Tiffany was like, what should I wear? So, it's really good that we can dig a little deeper into this. So Tiffany's amazing. She's even gone on the whole nother level to Meetup, where not only is she attending events, but she's set up her own Meetup group and running her own events, which is absolutely incredible. So we're going to pick Tiffany's brains now. So we had a great experience just before Christmas. We went off to an event and she absolutely blew me away. We walked into the room and we had to sign, and we got given our name badges and some funny mustaches to put on our faces. And I'm there like sticking my thing on and then sticking my badge on, and Tiffany's already walked into the room, already exchanged a business card with somebody and inviting them to speak at her event. I'm like, how do you do this? And sending me messages the next day, oh, you need to send this person a message now and say this. And she's got so much worldly advice for us when it comes to Meetup. So I'm going to ask you some questions that hopefully will help some others who are in that field at the moment. So would you mind just explaining a little bit what Meetup is?
Well, Meetup, and Jessie talks about it, other people talk about it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to Meetup. It's just not something that I want to do. But you get out of your comfort zone, and sometimes it's just like you actually do want to do it, but it's like I used to run, but every time I would walk out the door to go and run, I'd have to really egg myself on to go and do it. But then I'd get out there and it'd be fantastic, it'd be really great, and I'm really glad that I did it. So meetups to me were a bit like that, a bit like daunting, and a bit like I have to talk to people and all that sort of thing. So basically what a meetup group is, and there's hundreds and hundreds of them out there, so you just need to find out what resonates with you. It's people bringing other people together. A lot of them are business based, so bringing other businesses together to promote their businesses, but also networking and creating joint ventures, I guess, together. People running their own businesses, it's great to have joint ventures with other people so they can refer to their business and those people can refer to your business and things like that. So Meetup is generally, my understanding is generally like that. However, my Meetup group is slightly different. I wanted to do something a bit different. There can be Meetup groups that are all rah, 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 and, and I just didn't want to be kind of in that zone, I guess. I really wanted to meet people and make authentic and real and lasting connections, not just exchange business cards, because otherwise all you're doing is really just exchanging business cards. That Meetup that Alison was talking about before Christmas, when I was exchanged business cards with that lady, she actually contacted me again via LinkedIn, so we're hopefully meeting up tomorrow or next week, and hopefully she'll be able to be a presenter at my Meetup group.
Fantastic.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, definitely. So how is it that you broach that? Like, that's something I find really difficult, is literally just starting up a conversation with someone I've never met, I don't know anything about them, and I find that really challenging. So and you just kind of walk into a room and you just can seem to chat to people. So what sort of things do you say? What are your conversation starters?
Well, it is difficult, and I will tell you that that doesn't happen all the time, and I don't spend the whole night talking to everyone, sort of thing. But that lady caught my eye, and she was standing there on her own, and I was just drawn to her basically, and we just started having a conversation. I don't even remember how it started. I don't like to say, oh, do you come here often, or have you been here, and things like that. But yeah, I can't actually remember how it started. It just seemed, the conversation just flowed really well, and I think that's what you've got to look for. Not just really go up to any Joe Blow. You can if you want, but if you really want to make authentic questions, just connections, just, I guess, look for those people who are open and friendly, open for conversations, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. And I remember one of the things you said to me on the day was to, like, really just look at the faces of people that you feel drawn to, because they're your tribe. It's about trusting that intuition and your gut as to
Yeah.
who's right for you, and that really made things easier for me as well. So I really like that, and just keeping it natural and not forced or fake or anything like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Bring your own tribe. Yeah. So what do you say when someone says, "What do you do?"
I knew you were going to talk to me about my elevator pitch. Oh, geez, you put me on the spot now. I support and empower people to be proactive and regain control of their healthcare.
Okay, and that I guess people would then say, "Oh, how do you do that?" And so it's more of a conversation than a pitch, which just feels more natural.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you have that little blah, and then hopefully it leads into, oh, what does that mean, or how do you do that, or whatever, and then I sort of then go into my passion about how I travel around and hold workshops and classes and educate people on how they can be proactive in their healthcare and get rid of toxins and synthetic fragrances and over-the-counter drugs and that type of thing that just really interrupt our endocrine system, our immune system, our respiratory system, all that sort of stuff, and just gain better health. And I'm interested in working with people who are serious about doing that.
Yeah, I love that. And what's your mindset, or what's your focus in terms of your outcome when you're going to a meetup? What's your intention?
I'm never a really good person with goals and intentions and things. I kind of fly by my pants. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes I'm just in the great mood. I'm really looking forward to it, and it just all flows. Other times I really do have to, this is embarrassing, but I have to kind of G myself up and get the adrenaline running and that sort of thing, and in a good mood, and just changing my mindset from the, I don't want to go and do this, to because there's no point in going if I'm just going to sit over in the corner.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. And
but I guess I'm sorry, going back to that, my intention, I do have intentions, and that is not just to meet anybody and everybody. Mm-hmm. It really is to see who's there. As you're looking at meetup groups and seeing people's names and things like that, when you do meet them, it's like, oh yeah, I recognize that name, where are you from, and that sort of thing. So sometimes things just flow like that way as well.
Yeah, fantastic. I love it. Brilliant. So what made you take things to the next level and decide you were going to set up your own meetup group?
Well, I was totally thrown out of the tree by my business coach. She kept talking to me about starting my own meetup group and being the center of attention in my own meetup group, and that's how you become the expert and that sort of thing, and that's how you get people to come to you and things like that. Totally resisted it. I really didn't know what would I do at a meetup group, like what would my topics be, I was just totally in the dark about it. So she set me a task, and I just scrolled through meetups and, started formulating a plan on what is my passion and how can I further my passion in essential oils and my education to people. How can I further that? How can I expand on that? And it came down to me that it's natural solutions. It's maybe not just necessarily essential oils. My view is essential oils with other natural solutions is just like the epic way to go. So I started thinking about I started thinking about how I could do that. And I thought, well, maybe if I hold the meetup group and invite guest speakers that who are the experts in their natural solutions. So that's meditation, that's yoga, that's sound therapy, that's theta brain healing, that's kinesiology, all that type of thing. So I started reaching out to people with my concept and was like, would you be interested? I started ringing people, and I don't think I did very well on the phone. I was like, duh. So I thought, hang on a minute, let me type it all out and put it down on paper. Sometimes I'm better on paper. And so then I started emailing that to people in the surrounding areas, putting my concept out there, telling them essential oils was my business, and but I wanted to bring local businesses and the community together so that people can find their own way. It was like my journey. I'm bringing people along my journey and finding the way that works for them, or the way, something that resonates with them that is a natural solution, and then also working in essential oils with that. So basically I will do like a 10-minute spiel, I guess, before the guest speaker comes on, about how essential oils will fit in with what the guest speaker talks about as well.
That's so powerful, to really, really integrate all the healings together, and to that, to grow your connections and everyone else's connections. I love it.
Yeah, definitely growing my connections. Yeah, and they're authentic. I want my meetup group to be authentic connections and relationships. Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. So what is your meetup group? How can people get involved?
Okay, my meetup group is Empowerment for Health, Wealth and Happiness, and you can get on Meetup and just search for that. I am always posting it everywhere, and any chance I get. So so you should be able to find it fairly easy, or just PM me or contact me. The next one is on the 22nd of January. It's at Kedron, so Edinburgh Castle Hotel, and it's what's the title? Empowerment. How mindfulness equals empowerment. So he's worked that title in really beautifully. So yeah, it's going to be a powerful session.
Yeah, who's the speaker for that one?
So this is Paul, and he joined my meetup group actually, and then I sort of had a look to see what his background was or whatever, to see what his interest was. And he has his own, the Open Mind Institute. And so I went to one of his meetups sessions to see what it was all about. And then we met after that and had a pretty good chat. And, I got to know a bit of history from him. He's gone from lawyer to giving up everything to create his business with a colleague in the world of mindfulness.
Wow. So really that is like literally your target market, people that are entrepreneurs, people that are interested in natural health, people that are interested in authentically connecting and networking and building relationships with these people. So you're amazing. You're such a absolute meetup queen, and just so proud of then this is paying off in your business as well, which is amazing to see. So I hope that everything that Tiffany shared really helps anyone who's watching this who might be thinking that they're lost in terms of growing their network. Is there anything else you wanted to share, Tiff?
One thing that I was nervous about, and I still am, I still got to work through it a bit, I guess, is that I don't want to make it the oil show. I don't want to I don't want it to be kind of like the Amway thing. You come to this thing and, sell oils. That's totally not it. It is truly about the guest speaker and then bringing, and then natural solutions and people coming to find out about that, as well as educating them too that essential oils is another way. Is a way to go as well.
Yeah, and that's the doTERRA way anyway. We're all about education. Integrate into a holistic lifestyle. So
yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. I
want you all to come to Empowerment for Health, Wealth and Happiness.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Fantastic.
Oh, and what I could add is that I have already had one of our doTERRA lovely people come and be a guest speaker on setting intentions and living a life of empowerment, and it was brilliant. So if anyone here is interested in being a presenter, I'd be very open to having a coffee with them or a chat and seeing how we can put that in.
Brilliant. So that's Oils with Tiffany. If anyone isn't following Tiffany yet, make sure you follow her. She's a very vibrant and wonderful person to follow.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, thanks so much, Tiffany.
Thank you. Bye.